Hey, what's up guys? This is Robert from theinsidesalesguy.com. So today I want to talk a little bit about role-playing, how to or how not to use role-playing, and why I think it's super important to have as a part of the toolbox that you use in your sales department. I want to touch on 2 points where I use it personally for hiring salespeople and also obviously for training salespeople. So myself, my preference for role-playing is that I think it's absolutely amazing. Right? I think most have a hate-love relationship to it. I know by far the most people that I've had on my teams absolutely hate doing it until they actually get into it and get comfortable with it. From my perspective, either using it for training, but also using it when you hire somebody, it's a matter of creating a space where you can basically make mistakes, learn from them and move on. While I really love role-playing is because you can do a lot of role-plays in a short period of time, which means that especially for learning purposes, you can really get somebody to be a lot better really, really fast because you can just do role-play after role-play. So role-play feedback, role-play feedback. Right, I use it as a central point when I train my people, when I train the sales guys. The way we set up the learnings-driven model is basically centrally driven around a role-play situation. And I use it as the primary way of teaching sales guys how to, close, do all the different dynamics that you have in sale, opening conversation, objection handling, closing down, all that kind of stuff, how to use the learnings-driven model in order to get where you want to be, but also to create this space where they can really learn, they can really make a lot of mistakes, they can get the feedback without anybody being injured by it, and they can get a lot better really, really quick. When it comes to hiring people, that's one of the primary things that I always do interviewing new salespeople. I always have them sell me at the interview, and I never tell them about it, right? So there are 2 reasons to do that. One, the good sales guys I know are usually can fairly easy adapt. So if they're put in a situation, somebody say, listen up, sell me this pen. Everybody I know who's good can do that to a certain level, right? Maybe not perfectly, but to a certain level. I have had plenty of salespeople that I thought were really, really good salespeople who completely froze in that situation. And I just simply don't believe that you can be a really good sales person and freeze in a situation like that. So one of the things is to just, when you have them at the interview, really rattle them good, put them in a situation that is definitely unknown and for most people is way out of their comfort zone, and to see how they react to that, right? So that's one of the reasons I do it always interviews. And the second reason is, for me, it's the most efficient way of testing, is this a person who can actually do sales, who can have a conversation with another person, right? Do they start with a questioning and figuring out my situation, or do they just start to blab about the product? It gives you a very good indicator about are the sales dynamics, are the platform in place, right? To have them just sit there and basically do a role play on the fly. Then you can see how they react to feedback as well. But for me, at least when I hire sales guys, if they do not perform in the role playing at the interview on the spot, I don't think I have ever hired a salesperson who didn't do reasonably well in a situation like that. Please, if you have any comments, if you love role-playing too, let me know. If you hate it, let me know too, right? So put it down in a comment field and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. See you out there.